Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Altar Call. I'm your host, Tane, here today to talk about Summer House finale and In the City premiere. Here with me is Brian from Match Virgin. Hi, Brian.
What up? I am ready for a new show on Bravo, and a decent premiere. It's not on par with Rhode Island's premiere, but it's a pretty good premiere.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't even going to do this, but we were like, we have to.
We have to.
Come on.
It's in us. We have to.
It felt like a 2-hour Summer House, though, just not in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
And new people.
Yeah.
So
yeah, a bunch of strangers.
Yeah, the transition was seamless, but now it looks like New York, the Valley.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
which I just saw. I don't. This is not confirmed, but I believe I saw that Bravo did not pick up the Valley or Vanderpump Rules and then sold them to Sony. So I don't know if that means Sony just owns them and is going to keep them on Bravo, but Sony's paying the bills, or what that means for the future of those shows. But I guess neither one of them got mentioned at the upfronts that they just had. So I don't know what that means going forward.
I was told that, well, not Vanderpump Rules, that they don't talk about shows that are on air because they didn't mention Beverly Hills either.
So that's what I was thinking too at first. But yeah, I don't think it was Dumois. So I don't think it was like necessarily a reputable source, but I did see somebody say that they both got sold to Sony.
Sorry, do you consider Dumois reputable?
More so than just like some random account that I saw.
Oh, okay.
At least Dumois has like imaging and graphics.
At this point, Dumois is like, somebody said, oh, this person said, it doesn't matter if it's true or not. They said, who's they?
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I don't know who this was, but that's what I saw. So don't listen to me. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I mean, thankfully, I don't really care. There's enough content to tide me over until they figure out what they want.
Yeah.
And we're at the point where, at least for me, there's no show that is like, oh my God, I must have it. There's too much. There's too much out there. I'll be okay.
As long as math stays on the air, because otherwise I got to change the name of the podcast. But otherwise, I'm good.
Listen, I'm Altar Call maths. How many times do I cover maths?
That's fair.
That's fair. A year. 4 weeks last year. In the last 2
right.
years, it has not been. So I got to actually think about that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Reminding you guys, patreon.com/altarcallmafs. You can get bonus episodes over on Patreon, early episodes, and I know the ads are annoying, ad-free episodes as well. Brian and I covered 90 Day Fiancé season 12, episode 1 and 2 over on Patreon. So go check it out because we have new characters. And we are debating, what do we do when TLC seems to be casting people who are off kilter? For
unstable,
better word. You have your word.
Unwell.
I have mine. How are we as viewers supposed to watch it and act like it's okay, it's great?
Mm-hmm.
So check that out. And reminder that if you are signing up through using the Apple apps, do it on your desktop because they are making it more expensive so they can have more money in their pocket, and it does not come to me, FYI. All right, we'll be back with the regular episode of Love is Blind, the wedding episode's decisions, and whenever they announce the reunion, we will have that too. And just to let you guys know, couples therapy is back. The clips are like unreal, but just like the show every season. So I will be covering that. The season, all the episodes dropped, all 9 or 8 on Showtime, but I'll be covering it week to week. So look out for that starting next week. Okay, we're starting with Summer House. This is interesting because the season recap I found interesting. I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
see what they were going to highlight because usually previously on kind of tells you what they're going to show on the next episode. So in this
Yeah.
season recap, and they're choosing Lindsay talking to about Carl, Sierra and West, of course. Ben saying, "I don't want to be with his missus." So
Well, somebody does.
yeah. And then, of course, the demise of Amanda and Kyle's relationship and Sierra's, separation idea. And all that makes sense by the time you get to the end of the episode and you see the transition to in the city. These are the things that they're setting us up for. Their last party is an après-ski party. I'm thinking that it's isn't it hot with all the stuff that we're wearing in
Yeah,
the
I
summer?
have that question so many times when I see, Sierra in a full plague rat get up that I know has to weigh 40 pounds and be
Yeah,
30 degrees hotter inside of. I often have this thought because I'm a sweater. Like
yeah.
I am a proud American bald. And so when I start to sweat, nothing catches it. It kind of just rolls right down and doesn't stop. So I'm like, I would be outside for 12 seconds before I'm dripping in sweat.
Yeah, like West is in like a full thick get up
Yeah.
set,
Yeah.
and then some of them are in like fur boots and stuff. I'm like, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. It's hot.
But I'm beginning to understand why West and Amanda were able to hide in plain sight because we've talked about this before. These people have no boundaries. I
Right.
just
None.
we watched Amanda kissing Jesse on the lips,
On the
saying "I love
lips.
you,"
Like
saying
it was
"I
nothing
love
in front of
you."
everybody. Yeah.
I
Bizarre.
I I mean, be
My wife would
close.
never. Would
I
never
don't
happen.
be close and all, but I don't, but here's the thing that I was thinking about when Amanda tells us about in Italy when Ben, Kyle, herself, and a bunch of friends went skinny dipping. I was like, oh, that's fine. I didn't think anything of that. I
Yeah.
think
Well, that doesn't. That's
among
just. I
friends,
mean, yeah. Some people like
right?
to be naked. So that to me is different. If they were, um, like doing naked Twister, that would be a different story for me.
Okay.
But like
Okay.
skinny dipping is just you guys happen to be in the same body of water naked. I mean, that's not that big of a deal to me.
Okay. All right. So it's on the same, it's better than, because that's my mindset, is that it's better than kissing your friend on the lips.
Yes. I don't I had never kissed any of my friends' wives on the cheek. So much less like on the lips where I say I love you. Like I would be getting so much side eye.
Honestly, I think that's what elevated it. Saying the "I love you"
Yeah.
as they kissed on the
Right. The fuck are you? This is a romantic moment.
with writhing bodies as they were
Oh,
dancing.
and drunk.
Um, and then Sierra and Kyle had a conversation. It really was sweet. It
Yeah.
seemed honest, and it seemed like it's not like if Sierra was having a conversation with Craig back in the
Hmm.
day. I couldn't tell if Sierra liked Craig or not
I don't
because
think
she
she did.
seemed annoyed by him.
Yeah.
But she generally
She
seems
likes
to
Kyle.
care for Kyle. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Kyle does apologize. But I mean, something I notice is the way Kyle turns to a baby when there's alcohol in his system.
Hmm.
There's something so off-putting about that. Like it's like
Very.
"Wah, wah, wah," and then he's just whining. He's not
Yeah.
making his point that he may have that may be valid, but he's just like, well, it's not fair. Everyone's just coming at me. And it's like, oh, you're 43.
That shit is gross. That shit is gross. I had one friend who was like that. We are no longer friends largely because of that. I'm like, I'm not putting up with this every time we go to the bar.
But somewhere in the conversation, Sierra does say for you to go after your best friend. And my question to you, Brian, is Carl
Hmm.
Kyle's best friend?
Oh boy. I don't really know. So here's what I would say. I have a best friend. I know that I am not his best friend. His best friend is a no, it's fine.
I'm
No,
sorry.
we no, it's I have it doesn't bother me in the least. We met the first day of 6th grade. We've been very close ever since then. His best friend lived with him for like 7 years, like all through college and then for years after college. Their friendship is closer than mine, and I'm not threatened by that or bothered by that. I also lived with them for a few years, but like after that happened, um I could see a scenario where Kyle is Carl's best friend, but Carl is not necessarily Kyle's best friend. Um, He
Okay.
doesn't treat him like a best friend, but I do feel like Carl does treat Kyle that way. And the way that Carl got hurt by Kyle's perceived or actual lack of support over Softbar to me is like, yeah, because that's your best friend. Like, you want your best friend in your corner, you know, even if it's like symbolic, you want him there. And I
Yeah.
don't feel like I don't think Kyle would say that Carl is his best friend for real.
Okay. I mean, one, I was about to say teach me your ways, but I don't know if I want to learn it. No, my best friend has you have to be my best friend and I'm yours. Like, I'm making sure that my best friend is my best friend. Like, what? I could never. I'm not
I
that
mean,
mature.
I stood in his wedding.
Yeah.
I was not his best man. His best friend was his
Uh-uh.
best man. I was right next to him.
Mm-mm. Could not be me. Sorry.
Yeah,
When it comes
yeah.
to that, I'm a child. No.
It legit does not bother me. I'm like, yeah, no, y'all have something different because you guys lived together for all those years, and I was out of state.
I know some people who think that having best friends at a certain age is childish too. So,
No, I don't
different
think it
strokes for
is.
different people. Yeah,
Yeah.
my best friend has to be my best friend. Okay, that's interesting because I don't know because I was thinking about it, right? And I don't know that either of them we should know who their close friends are by now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We've never seen Carl or Kyle be like, "Oh, this is my friend since Kyle has a saying Kyle and Carl is hard.
It's tough.
Kyle Kyle has a lot of friends. We know that. Kyle is
Yeah.
also a Leo. They're just it doesn't have to be deep. It could be like a surface friendship. He has a lot of like buddy buddies that he knows around, but who are like his day ones. I do think Carl is one of them,
Yeah.
and I agree that Kyle is one of Carl's. Oh my god, we need to move on because
Tongue
Carl
twisters.
also does he have like friends? I know Lindsay, but
We've
I'm
never
like
seen
over
any
the
of them.
years, have we
Lindsay and
seen
Danielle.
anyone that, oh, I'm just gonna do a pickup scene and talk to my friend. We've been friends for years and things
Mm-mm.
like that. We've never seen that. Because in the same vein of we want to say, oh, Kyle didn't do this or invest in softbar, Carl was going to make Kyle a flower man or whatever in his wedding. Like, let's
That's
not forget
true.
that. Yes, by the hands of Lindsay, but he was gonna let it
Right.
happen.
Yeah. I would
So
say if my wife was like, your best friend has to have this demoted role in our wedding, I'd be like, no, no.
yeah,
I don't put my foot down for anything ever, but like, this is something I'm gonna have to stand on.
yeah. So I don't know. I think they're close friends. I'm just
Yeah,
hesitant to say like they're best friends.
that's fair.
Yeah, but I think they're close friends. Okay. Lindsay wants a truce because she feels triggered by her running with Carl's mom, and she pulls him aside and was like, "Come on, let's go talk." And
Hmm.
it's crazy to me that they have not had a conversation. Well, is it that crazy for 2 years? Well, it's not that crazy because it's not just a breakup. She went and got into a relationship, had a baby. Like, when is a good time to have that conversation? When your focus is on, the life you're bringing into this world and then,
Hmm.
raising the child. Um, Carl's thing that kind of makes him a nice guy is also his downfall. It is not cute to not man up. It is
No.
not cute to just have the balls to do things. So, in relation to how he handled the thing with Kyle, in relation
Hmm.
to how he handled the thing with Lindsay, because yes, Lindsay is the louder one. Lindsay, yes, is a scorned woman, but I will agree with her that it was really quite embarrassing the way that he ended their engagement. They were not meant to be together, but
No.
she's right. We've been friends for how many years? You could easily have broken up with me without the cameras.
Yeah. I do not believe Carl when he says he did not go into that conversation planning to break up. Like, you did, and it's okay that you did. Like, y'all would have gotten divorced by now had that marriage have gone through. You guys were not meant to be together. It was a bad situation.
Let me throw in something. Maybe he went in there not wanting to break up, but Carl is the kind of person who will do all the things and lay all the breadcrumbs for you to do the breaking up and be like, well, you said it. I agree, not me. But he went in there to still stall and be like, I don't know. This is not working. This is not because Carl never actually says what he wants. He never actually
That's
like
true.
verbalizes. He doesn't know how to communicate. So I don't, maybe in the 1%, He wanted it to happen. That's not to say he didn't want it to
Oh,
happen,
yes,
but he
he
wasn't
wanted it to
going in
happen
there. Yeah.
badly. He was
Yeah.
desperate for it to end. But I also think knowing Lindsay the way that he knows her and how she was feeling in that moment, he could not have thought, if I lay the breadcrumbs, she will break up with me. Like that was never going to happen. So yes, he could have handled it a lot better in the breakup. But I also understand why it took this long to have this conversation, because that first year after the breakup, Lindsay was sending every signal of, if you try to talk to me, I might pull a knife. Like I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm being mean to you on purpose so that you know
Yeah.
I hate your guts right now.
Yeah.
And then that second summer, it's like, well, okay, like still not really getting any kind of, even at like the soft bar launch, she's being petty as hell. And like he's a better man than me because I'd be petty right back, and he was not that. But like she was giving every signal that she was not ready for this conversation, and now she's giving every signal that she is, and he's like, okay, great, let's have this conversation. But I'd be afraid to do it if I was him, and she was acting that way towards me.
Understood. But even if she wasn't that way, Carl will still not bring up the conversation. He still didn't bring up
Yeah,
the
that's probably true.
conversation with Kyle. Everyone else heard about it all the time until he
Yeah,
finally brought it up. And even when he brought it up with Kyle, he didn't say everything.
it's real
So it's just
half-ass.
it's his flaw. It's his flaw,
Yeah.
really. It's like he just doesn't know how to communicate. And I don't know if it's a case of, if anyone watches Summer House from season one, this is not the Carl. This is
More
not
life.
night and day. So I don't know if it's like the adjustment to being sober, and it's like
Yeah,
all the while you've had all this. It's not just liquid encouragement, other
right.
encouragement,
There was showers
substance
involved.
encouragement. Yeah. And now you don't know how to face life. It's like starting over and how to communicate, but it's a skill that he needs to learn if he
Yeah,
ever
he
plans
does.
on being in a relationship, which y'all know where I stand on that. And I don't know, he's gonna have to communicate with his partner at some point,
Yeah,
because even with
even
Bailey, she doesn't know
well,
where she stands. Oh, we're friends. Oh,
no,
we're not friends. But then you fit like a USB, and but you're not. Like, he just doesn't know how to communicate, and you know,
yeah.
you're going to
And
need that
even
as
in
an
terms of
adult.
being like a successful business owner, you have to be able to have this skill. There's going to be times you have conflicts with employees, probably conflicts with suppliers and vendors and stuff. Like you're going to have to learn how to speak up for yourself and assert
Mm-hmm.
yourself without it going completely left to the point that you're like screaming. And I kind of think
Yeah.
that's what he's afraid of, because we saw how he got with Luke when he like asserted himself, and all of a sudden he was ready to
Mm-hmm.
fight Luke. So I think
Mm-hmm.
for him, it's like it's kind of all or nothing, and I'd rather it just be
Yeah.
nothing than risk it being
Risk.
all again.
That's a good point. Like, I
Yeah.
know what lies within me. Like, some things come naturally to people, some things don't. So he has to
Hmm.
actively work towards not bringing out that part of him. And it's like,
Yeah.
I just don't want to unleash that, and then I'll just rather stay safe than do that.
Hmm.
Because on the flip side, he has a great podcast. It doesn't
Yeah. Well.
involve conflict, but he's talking about something he experiences, and he's able to articulate that very well. So,
Yeah.
the beauty of life.
Hmm.
Okay. So, Carl thanks her for diffusing the situation during the great fight. The week before, people have been talking about, oh, I think I want them back together. My friend was like, I think they will get back together. And I'm like, no, I don't want them back together. Friends, maybe. Back together as friends, maybe. But they're not
Yeah.
compatible. Fundamentally or whatever, they're not.
No, I
Um,
desperately want them as a friendship pair again. I would love
yeah.
that. Because I think
Yeah.
they're fun to watch together, and I don't like Lindsay. Like I know there's a mob carrying torches and pitchforks on the way to my house right now because I said that out loud. My wife and I have both been like, we don't like her. So I like her with Carl though, as long as they can be like fun together.
Together, yeah.
Otherwise, no. But I need them to be fun together again.
Yeah. It was funny when she said, well, I had to initiate the conversation. I mean, Carl, he basically fainted around me. And then they flashed back to when
He
he
actually
fainted
fainted.
before he proposed.
Oh
Um,
my
when
god.
we spoke about when she ran into his mom, at the time, I did not understand why she was so upset. But thinking
Hmm.
about it, I guess I would be aggravated if someone was acting like nothing happened. That usually annoys me. I hate when people do stuff and then you come around and act like, oh, nothing happened. We cool. We good. So if the mom said what she had to say, because again, understandably, that was her son. She was taking,
Yeah.
his side, and they went to the wedding that never happened. But I don't know. Apparently, Kyle went to that wedding too, so I don't know if she's mad at him.
Yeah.
But she had a
Oh, yeah.
relationship with Carl's mom, and Lindsay has mommy issues, and it's just like people
Hmm.
abandoning her, and there's a whole complex thing about that. But I also think that if Carl's mom didn't come up to her, I think that will also be a thing if she ignored her.
Yeah,
So I
it would
think it
be.
was damned if you did, damned if you didn't. So
The
I don't know. It
only,
was
the
just not a
only,
good situation.
yeah, the only proper way she would accept it is if she came to her like hat in hand, apologized for her behavior, and was like, "Please forgive me." But if it's not that, then she's like, "How dare you address me like this?"
Lindsay is still very deeply hurt by that breakup because she said it again. And I do think also Carl needed the cameras for courage. So he just
Yeah,
wanted to have a
he's kind of
conversation,
a wimp.
and he's comfortable with that. But Carl apologized, and I maybe I'm being fooled. It felt like a very genuine apology. It
Agreed.
it
Yeah,
really
it did,
did.
and she
He cared.
accepted it as such.
Yes, and she took it and all. And you know what's funny? I don't remember them as friends. I just remember them as exes. I
See,
really
I'm
don't.
I'm similar, and my problem is anything that happened before like 2021, I don't remember much of it at all. Just in life, because that the lockdown did a number on me, especially because we went into it with a kid who had just turned 1, and by the time we were out of it, he was a full on kid. So like that
Yeah.
whole area is kind of a blur for me. Um, I also don't remember them just being like buddy buddy best friends like that, but apparently it
Yes.
happened. I just don't remember it.
Yeah, because when they started dating, they're like, "Oh, we're so close. We lived in this apartment." I was like, "Huh. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure. You tell me what to think. I'll think it."
yeah, I'll
But
believe
yeah,
you.
I don't remember. I don't remember them. But anyways, glad they had that conversation. I don't know what's happening next season. I don't know if this show is coming back or not. Was it announced in the upfronts? I don't know.
I don't think
So
so. I don't think.
yeah, so I don't know if I don't know. There's in the city now. I don't know how well that's gonna do. I don't know what this whole
Hmm.
scandal is gonna do to the show and the dynamics. Maybe the focus is just not Kyle and Amanda. Really, we need to stop using them as anchors. We've done it in
Yeah.
Summer House. We've done it on Winter House. Let's not do it in the city. Like, I don't know, find something else. But where would we put Kyle?
Well, I mean, a couple things. Number one, the Valley could be the model here because Jax and Brittany were not like the stars of the Valley. They were on the show, and we got
Yeah,
a
that's
lot of
true.
like footage of Jax being an asshole, but they
Yeah,
weren't. The whole story didn't like revolve around them the way Summer House does.
yeah,
So I think you could pick people that have interesting enough things going on in the city to
hmm,
have them be the focal point,
yeah,
and then you could just have Kyle and Amanda as not side characters, but like the B storyline.
yeah.
Then when they finally end, Kyle dating again would be a
Then
fun
yeah,
story to watch. How is he going to do that? I don't like. I wouldn't be able to date somebody again now. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore.
Kyle. Brian, why
Yeah.
do you wait? But can I ask, why do
Hmm.
you can't compare yourself to these people?
I'm just
Like
saying,
it's
in terms of
not.
anybody that's been in a relationship for that long, it's hard to just like get right back into the dating scene like that.
No, I disagree. One, he has not been faithful the whole time, so no, it's
He's been
not.
cheating. That's true.
Yeah, two,
That's
he's a
accurate. I haven't been to
DJ.
the club. That's yeah. It's very different.
Yeah, he's a DJ. Three, it's Kyle. He's been partying. These people have no boundaries. They've been hugging up, doing things like no.
That's true.
It would be very hard. And if you see celebrities, the overlap is crazy. They don't care.
Yeah,
They break
that's
up and
very
they'll be
true.
like, "We broke up." Who is it? Jessica Alba just broke up. How many years of marriage? She got a new boyfriend that's younger in like two
Yeah,
seconds. It
yeah.
means
My social life
nothing
is
to
very
these
different.
people. So I'm just like, when you make these comparisons, I'm like, Brian, they're in a
Yeah,
different, completely different world. It is nothing
this is
to
all
them.
very true.
So Carl is all hurt. I mean, they're the ones I think Carl and Amanda have a higher chance of getting back together, which is a bad idea, but whatever.
I hope it
Um,
never happens.
but we'll see. So I don't know. Carl better use all this time to get out whatever he needs to get out, not get back into a marriage and start cheating again. Because I don't understand. You're single now. Do whatever the
Hmm.
hell you want to do and get it out your system. Because the problem with Amanda, I don't know why I'm talking about her now, is that she thinks that she's not good enough for anybody else. So when this thing breaks up with Wes, she's gonna run back to what's familiar, and whatever else happens, for some reason, Kyle is, oh, Amanda is great. She can have sex with my quote unquote, he called West his best friend. y'all need to stop reality TV
West is
people.
not your
You
best friend, Kyle.
meet someone for 2 days and they're like, "Oh, you're my best friend. Oh, my best friend."
Yeah.
Like, stop. Like,
It's
cool
weird.
friends, we're cool. We enjoy each other's company, but best
Yeah.
friends, please. Okay.
Good coworkers.
Yeah. All right. Let me take a break, and we will be right back. If you've ever felt stuck trying to lose weight, you're not alone. Enter Weight Loss by Hers. It's designed to support you in reaching your goals, and Hers now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen. Everything is 100% online through Hers. You'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. Ready to reach your goals? Visit forhers.com/alter to get personalized, affordable care that gets you. That's forhers.com/ALTAR. Forhers.com/alter. Weight Loss by Hers is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is a registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information and restrictions, visit forhers.com.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
All right. I cannot explain to myself or to anyone else why I like Sabrina and Sierra's friendship. Like, I can understand if people find Sabrina annoying, but
She's weird as hell.
there's something about her. There's someone for everyone. Listen, we're not always everyone's cup of tea. That's just life.
That's
And
true.
I know Sabrina is not my cup of tea, but I am like amused by her. And I just like the fact that she's friends with Sierra. Like, her I like her friendship with Sierra than I liked Sierra's friendship with Paige. Listen, I thought Paige
Yeah,
was kind of
that's
mean.
fair.
And it wasn't a good balance to Sierra's disposition, where Sierra's already not open and Sierra's just like taking a while, like she doesn't trust people. Paige's personality helped her to exclude people and to be
Yeah.
cliquish. Sabrina's, and she said it. She tells Sabrina, like, you've helped me, to be open. Like, it's okay to have a crush. I'm like, not on West, but okay.
West.
But but the juxtaposition of Sierra saying, "Oh, I'm learning to have a crush and be okay with it," as West is telling Ben, like, tell Sabrina to stop pushing me and Sierra together. I'm not ready. I don't, want to be a boyfriend. I can't go all in. And I'm like, oh, West.
I hate him so much. Now, first of all, with Sabrina, I will say this: I don't like her. She has weird energy to me.
Mhm.
However, I am clearly wrong in my assessment because everyone else in the house loves Sabrina. They all get excited when she shows up. No one has any beef with her. They have beef with Dara for some reason, and they all like Sabrina. So, like, clearly Sabrina is.
I wonder why.
Well, we can all put
Merca.
two and two together.
Yeah, we go.
But with the whole West and Sierra situation vis-a-vis Sabrina and Ben, I got pissed off because West has spent the entire summer like basically begging for another chance with Sierra. You're over here
As
putting your
friends.
leg on her. Well, but that's not, I don't treat my friends like that.
No. Wait, remember, there's no boundaries. I'm just saying, like, he claims as friends, right? But in the middle of
Yes.
everyone, he pulled her chair, rubbed her,
Yes,
and
all
we're gonna
these
talk
things.
later. Yeah.
Yeah, and now that you have the door open a crack and she feels this way about you. This is not some secret where she's been hiding her feelings. Now
Yeah.
that she's finally like, you know what? Yeah, maybe like, oh, whoa. No one said I like you or anything. I'm just like, this
Mhm.
this is your fucking problem. This is exactly what Dara said about you. West is great until you start dating him. And then he doesn't want anything to do with you.
Yes, and we talked about it the last time where I said like West lives for the thrill of it all. Like, oh,
Yeah.
this is a rush. Oh, I can go with my Mrs. wife, and now I don't want it anymore. I'm bored.
No, that's just old.
So
You gotta grow up, man. You gotta stop acting
yeah.
like that.
Hmm. Oh, and he says the last thing I want is for her to be heartbroken.
I said out loud, that's the last thing you want? And my wife lost her shit laughing. It was just like, no, that's the last thing you want, obviously, because you did it.
I believe it's number one in the bullet point. Yes, I
Right.
want her to be heartbroken. And this goes back to the preview that we saw of the reunion where she's like, he's dating you to spite me, which
Mm-hmm.
I think she said that wrong. I don't, some people are like, "Ugh, get over it. Why would he do it? Like, you're thinking so much of yourself. Not necessarily that. Wes has made it very clear that he's resented her for all the hate that he's getting. Human
Yep.
beings always want to put a face to whatever emotion instead of like looking inward. And for him, that face was Sierra. He
Mm-hmm.
did what he did, but let's forget that he had a New York Times article, didn't tell her face to face. We saw on camera where she said, you can have an out. Like you don't
Yeah.
have to, like I'm catching. You said no. You took her to your farm, you took her to your family, again, which means nothing to these guys. But
Nothing.
even when they had the race conversation, his comment was like, I got so many comments that said that I was my family. He's been holding this like, why am I the bad guy? Like,
Yep.
how can I do this? When he intentionally kissed somebody else while she was there, you told her, my ex or whoever I dated is right there. And then you're like, oh man, she was there? Oh, what? I didn't even know that.
No.
You knew. So,
You knew.
in some way, not to spite her, but to make her feel what you felt. Because people's reality is what their reality is. You felt like you were humiliated or you were made to be the bad guy or whatever it is. You just wanted her to feel some kind of pain. Because honestly, Wes, you can get any girl you want. You kind of fooled people, well, some people, and everyone thinks,
Mhm.
oh, you're a great guy. Mia in the episode at some point says, I came in ready to hate this guy. But I
Yeah.
see what she sees in him. Like, he's just charming and you can't help yourself. So dating Amanda, honestly, is intentional. Like, for Amanda, actually, I don't even think it was intentional because Amanda, God bless her, she got a lot to work on.
My
But for
God.
West, it feels like I'm not even giving him credit, but I just think it's intentional. You
Mhm.
know exactly what you're doing. So
Yeah. This is Dakota from Mormon Wives hooking up with what was like a
Mhm.
Shania that can't spell her name right. Like you could have picked anybody. There's lots of people you could have picked. You picked this one because you wanted to hurt this other person by doing
yeah,
this.
you knew what it was going to do. Because if you're
course.
that aware when you're telling Ben and you're like, I don't want her to be heartbroken. Oh, I don't want to give her hope. Oh, I don't want to this. So you absolutely knew what was going to
Yeah.
happen. And I repeat once again, if West and Amanda think that, their loins have to be together or they're in love or whatever, which
Gross.
I haven't heard or anything,
No.
you know what? Do what you need to do. But you owed it. No, not even West, because West is trash. Amanda, especially after what we see of this friendship.
Yeah.
If you went to her and said, this is how I'm feeling. I feel like I have to follow my heart after being with Kylie. Just feels like there's something there. Fine. But if you told her, the greater crime to me is the fact that she found out the way we all found out. That's crazy to me.
45 minutes before the statement went
crazy to me.
public.
Yeah.
After all the denials, lying directly in her face, all these things, and then you do it like that. The fact that you're out here lying to her about it means you know what's wrong. If you thought it was okay, you'd have no feeling of I need to lie when she asks me about it.
Yeah. So, did you spot the two guys? I don't know what the name. I don't even think it's a podcast. Those guys who break down like a scandal or pop culture story, but then they write it on the whiteboard and then they tell you like, oh, God, I tried to find their name and I couldn't find it, but Wes has been on their show. Lindsay has been on their show, but they were there at the party. There are two guys who break down pop culture happenings or headlines like it's a football game, but they do it on the whiteboard. And it's probably going to come to you.
That's content for me, and I had not run across it yet.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, and someone's going to send me the name. I'm sorry. I tried finding their name. I was like, when you scroll and you just know people and you're like, wait, I don't
Yeah.
know their actual names of what they do, but the two guys were there at the party, as were some of the guests that were going to be at. So, well, some of the characters were going to be in the city. So, like Lindsay's best friend, which I tried to
Yeah.
remember, was she at the engagement? Because there was another best friend at the engagement, but
I have that
is
again. That
it?
was so long ago. I
Yeah,
have no memory of
yeah.
it anymore.
Is it yet another rotating person, or is it the same best friend? But
Right.
yeah. Amanda is so checked out of this marriage. I checked out is even an understatement. The way she would not talk to Kyle because Kyle is moping around like a 5-year-old. And I had to remember that the fight was the night before. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
hasn't time passed? Like, okay, just but she wouldn't even talk to him. When he was like, hey, I
Well,
want to introduce her, she's like, no.
no. And see, this is my problem. Now, if you're going to be done, be done. Totally fine. My issue is two things. Number one, when we saw Kyle's birthday party after another terrible argument that they had, she had no sort of feeling of like, I'm still mad the next day. None of that. There was no grudge held. She was best buddies with him. There was none of that. Number one. Number two, if you're feeling this way, this is late at night now. You had the entire day to be like, Kyle, I'm not fucking talking to you tonight. Like, I don't want anything to do with you right now. I will come to you when I am ready.
Mhm.
Clearly, she did not tell him that because he keeps on trying to talk to her. It's like, no, fuck off, and like walks away. I felt bad for Kyle, and that makes me feel dirty because I don't like Kyle. I like him as a TV personality. As a husband, he's trash, but I still felt sad that he was just like, what? But you're my wife. Like, what is this? It made me
Yeah.
sad.
You said clearly he didn't get the memo, but I do think Kyle is the kind of person, even if you tell him he's like, you're still my wife, we should talk. So he's gonna
Yeah, he might be.
keep trying. Anyways, Lindsay has to like take him aside and like just let her be. You guys can talk. Amanda's with Mia and Sierra.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
had
all having a
yeah,
conversation. And she gives a speech of not being enough, for anyone else. And, she's tired of them consoling her. And I'm like, okay, then do something. Because Sierra's like, do
right.
something about
Act
it and
different.
it's fine. Mia's like, oh, I'm just here to, like, that's what friends are for, to hype you up.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's why she's with West. I keep going back to this. This is the second time she's saying, like, she feels like she's not good enough for anyone else. And I know people will be like, why? What is there not to? Like, you're rich. Like, you have money. You're pretty. You're on TV. Why would you feel like you're not good enough? But guys, insecurity is a bitch. So
Yep, comes for us
tells you
all.
lies. So yeah, so there's that. It is very hard to watch though, because knowing everything that happens afterwards and all season long, all we've seen is Sierra just prop her up, and
Yeah,
it's just
over and
this is
over.
how it'll be something if it was like a season where they were like distant or Paige was a buffer or they were just there because of Paige or something, but there was actual like emotional legwork done this season. So
Yeah, over and over.
that's crazy. It was sad though. All Amanda cared about was all of them jumping into the pool. So the way they scored the scene, them jumping into the pool and then Kyle crying, and it was just sad.
It was very sad.
It was sad.
What a bummer.
In today's this week's episode of Are We Sure West is Okay? Like, I'm
Nope.
very terrified of this man because we just watched him tell Ben, give Ben the stupid monologue of how I'm not ready, I don't want to do this, I don't want to break. Oh, sorry. The last thing he wants to do is break her heart
Last
and
thing.
yada, yada, yada. And then now it's nighttime. And now we see him give Sierra long hugs. And then
Yeah.
he's inching her over to his bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 minute, it's in the dark, by the way. And Jesse Solomon is just like, what the fuck is going on?
Jesse's like, God damn it. For real?
What?
You're almost done with this.
1 minute, Wes had pants. Next minute, Wes' pants were off with his baggy undershorts. I refuse to call them underwear. Those are like literally undershorts.
got bloomers on.
Diaper Speedos.
Right.
And the next thing, they're kissing.
At 5 a.m, they're kissing.
To my TV. No.
I just the sound in my home was silent. Just my wife and I both just sitting there just in silent anger at what we're seeing on TV. This is so fucked up.
It
If it was
really
if it
is.
was 11:30 at night and I'm like, you guys are both like blackout drunkets, whatever. This is 5 in the morning. You're probably sober at this point, or at least sober enough. You haven't had a drink in hours. Like, this is premeditated murder, is what you're doing, Wes. This is not okay.
For me, it's just right after the speech. It wasn't the next day. It
Right.
wasn't. It was
No.
just like hours
Later.
after you
Yep.
gave a speech of all this, and you haven't had
Here
the
I go.
conversation, and you know how she feels. I mean, I'm not letting her get off the hook. Like, I don't know why you
No.
feel this way for this man. I just don't know. Like, even if you wanted to come back and be friends, sure. A friend of mine is not convinced that they're not going to get back together. I was like, nah. If that happens, stop. Just count me out.
Yeah, if
of
that
this.
happens, I'm sorry. We have to cancel Sierra. I don't want to do that. But like, that's what's going to happen if you do this.
What? Oh man, I forgot what I was going to say. Right about that.
Was it the ice sculpture collapse?
Oh, I remember. No, I remember what I was going to ask. Am I crazy? But in the preview, they showed us West and Sierra kissing on a bench.
Yeah.
Did that come up at all?
I don't think so. They showed us them kissing. They were on a bench. It was on the left side of the screen, and they were facing the other direction. So I think there were several kisses. We just saw one of them on the show.
Okay. I just look at because I'm like, what? This is the only one because even when this was happening, it was so dark. It was nighttime camera, and I was like, I didn't know. It wasn't until Jesse was like, oh, I'm hearing something, so I had to rewind because I really just wanted to fast forward. I was like, what is happening here?
Yeah,
so I wanted to fast forward, but then by the end of the episode, I was like, wait, I don't think I saw the other kissing scene. So I was like, I'll just
it was a whole other kiss.
Okay. If anyone was ever doubting that Wes is not taking showers, this is your confirmation. The next morning, he jumped into the pool first thing in the morning. Like, you want chlorine on your body instead of actual soap and water on your body. Like, stop it. This is the man showers, people are dying for.
No, you know his dick stinks like Shay's from 90 Day.
Stop.
Well, it does. I am fully on board with showers are a euphemism for the other thing that he loves to do. This has nothing to do with cleaning his body.
Oh boy. Okay.
I said what I said.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move on. All season long, I have been saying that nothing happened. They had a crush. Brian is like, stop it. We're not children here. Nothing like that happened. Well, guys, everyone's leaving. Everyone's so sad. I had a little bit of anxiety because this is the last weekend of the summer, but that house looks fully lived in. Kyle is trying to he's trying to pack his stuff. Sorry, I was like, park the car because there were all those cars that were outside there. But he was trying to get all his stuff. And I'm like, there's no way you haven't forgotten stuff. Like, there's all these things. And how do you party hard till 6 a.m. and then now you guys want to drive back? They were giving me anxiety. That's too much.
There were so many boxes of whatever that stuff was. I don't know if that was his DJ equipment that maybe like rented for the summer or what. It was like a not even like a neatly stacked pile of boxes, just boxes on the floor in the entry when everyone left. I don't like it.
Well, they're all crying, saying goodbye. And I don't know if I missed it. I was like, was this supposed to be like, was it going to get canceled? Someone responded to me and said, yes, it was. And then they were moving to In the City, or either way, they were moving to In the City. And this was their last summer. And I'm like, I don't know. This is all speculation. Wouldn't they have announced it officially if that was the case?
You would have thought. Yeah.
Yeah, and they'd have done like a finale for us or something. I don't know.
Clip but package. Show me the workuses again.
But also, I mean, y'all live in New York. You're gonna see each other. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
But again, it could be like most of these housewives. They don't talk to each other. The reunion happens. True. They don't talk to each other, and they come back. Oh, the last time I saw you was New York.
At the reunion. Wink, wink. That's very true.
But I thought these people actually have friendships and they hang out. So I'm like, they're not dead. They're just in the city. But anyways. They're all hugging and saying goodbye. Lindsay leaves. So Lindsay's there. Amanda's there. And West, kisses Lindsay on the cheek and does that. Then he goes to Amanda. Like I said there was a crush. But baby, I saw a forehead kiss to another man's wife.
Yep.
I saw
pulled her in real tight.
Another whisper. Guys, remember Ray had a whisper in the ears one time. He whispered something to her ears. I don't know what it was. And then they hugged, and then she's crying. I was like, y'all about to fuck in a few hours in this hotel, but okay.
Yeah. You don't fuck in the car, probably.
And then Sierra walks in and Lindsay's like, "Oh, Sierra." And they both jump,
They jump.
visibly jump.
Yeah.
And then Amanda's eyes widen. Like her
Wide
eyes
as
go
hell.
like, and she looks
Eyes
at
wide,
West.
hand over her mouth.
And I was like, "Oh, Tane, you have been the
Yep.
fool."
Yeah. Yup. I listen. I don't want to say I told you so. I just don't know how else to end this sentence.
Go ahead.
Well, and I saw a video where somebody said that what he whispered to her was, "I had to tell her." I don't think that's what he said, because like that would
No.
change everything.
No.
However, if that is what he said, it explains why when Sierra left, she just wanted to like give Amanda light dap. She's like, "All right, bye, Amanda." Like, that was until Amanda like was like, "Hey, come in for a hug" or whatever. But that
No,
was
that
not a
can't be
warm
true.
goodbye from Sierra. It cannot be.
Maybe
I don't
he
know what he
said,
said to her.
"I kissed her." If he
Maybe.
even said anything or
Or I
whatever,
have
but
to tell her or something like that. I listened to it 3 or 4
okay.
times. I didn't hear anything that he said.
Oh, it was impossible for me.
Yeah.
I didn't even try. But yeah, so that happened, and yeah, I'm an idiot. It's fine.
They look so
I'm
caught.
trying to believe in the goodness of human beings, and I'm the fool.
Look what
But
that gets
to
you.
watch that hug between Sierra and Amanda, saying
Mhm.
bye, saying "I
Mm.
love you," and just both tearing up, and Sierra's like, "I'm so proud of you," and all. I need that played at the reunion. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I need that
Yep.
scene played. And for you to open your mouth and say, "Oh, we're not friends or we're not anything," you said in your interview, the interview before the world turned around, was I couldn't have made it through the season without Sierra. So don't
Yep.
downplay everything that happened. Okay.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But anyways, it was so sad. Everyone was crying, but everyone finally leaves. And then Amanda's like, "Kyle, we need to talk." And they go on the stoop on the stairs and they finally talk. And she says she's going to stay in a hotel. Something needs to change. And again, he has a hand in it. But watching Kyle losing his business or not having a grip on his business, kind of losing his job because I don't know
Yeah.
what the plan was with Summer House. Like you just realizing like you're aging out. I mean,
Yeah.
JJ's like half his age.
Oh no, I'm
And
broke now.
and you're losing your marriage and all that. Like that's hard. That's tough. Like
He
we're
looked
all
like
out
shit.
here. Yeah, no, not Kyle. Kyle looks good, even when he's going through stuff.
Not in this scene. In this scene, the luggage under his eyes. This man was
Okay.
incredibly pale. He looked like he had like tuberculosis or some shit in this scene. Or he has aged incredibly well, better than I have.
Yeah.
But like, no, in this scene, I'm like, this man's been going through it.
Yeah, he has. But it's tough. There was a lot just going on. And then this whole time my question was just like, so when Amanda says she's getting a hotel, in the city or in the Hamptons? But it turned out it was in the city, I guess.
In the city with West.
Drop your pin. Hear my location. But that's
Right.
risky though, because if they all have each other's locations, then you can see that she's at the hotel and that's where West is too. So I don't know.
Leave his phone somewhere or something. I don't know. But to me, in my head canon, this scene was the hug was, "Hey, confirming we're staying at the hotel tonight." And then she went directly there, and West was like lounged on the bed with rose petals and shit. And it's gross. But that's the way this worked out for me.
Well, yeah, so that was it. And I'll take a break before we transition into In the City, but we don't know what is happening to Summer House, but we'll find out soon enough, right? They're supposed to start filming in July if that's the case, so we'll see. All right, and we're back to In the City. I don't think In the City had a theme song, but also Summer House hasn't had a theme song for like
years. I don't even know what it soundonded like.
Something.
Oh, God,
And
that's
know what it
Southern
is.
Hospitality also doesn't have one anymore. Southern
I
Hospitality
don't remember
is
that.
just like part of a line of dialogue is all Summer Hospitality has. Are you
Okay,
coming out tonight?
Oh yeah.
That's all they have now.
Okay, because Southern Charm has papadoo,
Yeah,
It's easy. All right, how did we get to theme songs? That's fun. Okay, my question is, did producers tell Amanda to wait to have that conversation with Kyle? If Kyle didn't implode, what would the transition have been? It turned out to be a great transition, but what was the plan for the transition? This all happened because Amanda used the fact that he imploded on her, said "fuck you" and all that stuff. Well, what if nothing had happened? how was this
Yeah.
going to end, you know?
Probably just like Dolores Catania sitting at a table of like destroyed food looking sad. I mean, that's just fly her in for this one shot.
Well, they dove straight into the scandal because they give us timelines and we're seeing all the timelines, we're seeing all the stuff. And then we see Kyle in his apartment, and then we see Amanda walk into his apartment. She did not knock on
Mm-hmm.
the door, and he's all
Nope.
like, "You're still using your keys." And I'm like, "Kyle, you're too cool for my liking. I
Yeah.
don't. This is I'm actually weirded out by the whole thing. Now, everyone
Yep.
was up in arms because they took a picture together at the In the City premiere on the red carpet. I don't care about that. I know
I don't
people
give a
don't
shit.
see it
They're
as work, but
coworkers.
it's work. And then they hugged and they
Mm-hmm.
had this awkward, okay, bye, okay, I think we're done now. That's fine. This,
Yeah.
this actually bothers me. Why are you giving her privileges? This is why
Yeah.
she thinks she has the right to do whatever. Call me before you come to my house. Knock on my door before you come to my house. I don't care if we're shooting.
Yeah.
If you're coming in here. And then he's been defending her the whole time and just saying, "Oh, I'm worried about." I'm not saying he shouldn't worry, but there are consequences to things. Like you can't, just always use that. You still have
No.
to make decisions that, because this is not even helpful for your mental health. You had to have
No.
known what was coming, with this. But he's cool. And I keep wondering, is there more to this than we know? Because I mentioned on Bitches Better, I think I told Raven, I do feel like they were separated before they announced it. But then it
Yeah.
feels like a lot of heavy lifting to act like they were still together this summer.
But did they really act like it? Because they didn't. We never saw any warmth between them all summer.
Okay,
My
Kyle.
thought process was, yeah, Kyle was trying. My thought process was they got separated before the summer started. Um, it was a separation where Amanda was kind of like, we need some time and some space. We'll see how the summer goes. If things can get better over the course of the summer, we can try again. And then Kyle, being who he is like, no, I'm going to ruin it 3 or 4 times, I think, this summer. And that's what happened. This scene for me felt almost like Amanda's story to Kyle was, we have hooked up, but we're not a couple. We're not together. It's just like, yeah, we hooked up a few times or whatever. Because he's treating it kind of like, yeah, that was kind of, not a great idea, but like, I'm worried about you and how people are going to say about you. I don't think either one of them went into this thinking we're going to have a relationship. I think it was, we're going to do the nasty a couple of times. No one's going to find out. And then
Sorry,
it got too
Brian. I hadn't
serious.
mentioned it yet. So anyone that's confused, he's talking about a conversation they're having about West.
Oh, that's right.
I haven't said it.
I got ahead of myself.
Because I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'll back up a little bit.
That's okay. Kyle and Amanda are talking about a conversation, but the whole thing, because then we get the timeline that says April 9th, and they announced
Right.
it, I think, March 31st, right before April Fool's or something like that. So
Yeah.
now everyone knows, and then they go straight into that conversation. But go ahead. Sorry. I just wanted to give
Yeah.
context for anybody else that's confused that.
Yeah, no, I never thought, I mean, from the beginning, I'm like, you guys don't make sense as a couple. I think they just wanted to like hook up and think we can do this and no one's going to find out. And then people found out. And now they had to kind of backtrack and retcon the whole thing to, no, this is my man and we're together and let's go to the Yankees game and act like we're happy and shit. Like, I think they kind of fucked up and got trapped into this relationship.
I think in good West fashion, that's West thinking. But as
Yeah.
usual, the women have fallen for him.
Somehow. He smells
So-
bad, though. I don't get it.
No pun intended.
No.
But I don't know. It's just kind of disingenuous for Amanda to yell at Kyle and say, "I gave everything I had." And
You
it's
didn't.
just-
We saw it.
This white woman tears are killing me. I can't, from Southern hospitality to here to, she starts crying like she's the aggrieved. And
Yeah.
in some way she was the aggrieved, but you got your lick back. So I don't know,
Yes.
take accountability. Like, what more is the lick back? Because I saw a clip where Kyle was saying, yeah, you can have a rebound. And again, he's so cool about it. That makes me think they've been separated for a while. But he was
Mhm.
like, your rebound was supposed to be a random person. That's when he says, not one
Yeah.
of my best friends. And the person was like, oh, wait, he's one of your best friends? What?
Yeah. He wasn't here fucking Paige in the house when he was cheating. Like, he was
Yeah.
cheating with random women we never saw ever again.
Well, that would be something. Imagine if Kyle did that to Paige. But
Oh, boy.
yeah, but he's
Wow.
worried about her because, he says she's looking very skinny. Is she eating? Like, is she okay? But she's like, how do you think I feel? I was like, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
We officially meet Gemma. Oh, I officially meet Gemma. I feel like I've
Yeah,
seen them meet her, but this is the first time you get to see her personality. She
and
is
her
her mama's
face.
child. Lindsay is not lying.
No.
Lindsay gave birth to herself.
Yep.
The way she lit up at her nanny, that was just so cute, and she's just smiling, and her side eye is top notch.
Mm-hmm.
Top
Got it from her
notch.
mama.
So we start getting introduced to the different characters on the show. We meet Yvonne, who was also at the party, Lindsay's best friend. We meet Georgina, who's like I don't know if she's a dermatologist or a med spa owner.
I
I don't know.
I think something in that space.
One of them, yeah. I don't know if it's like Kiana. Oh, do you watch Potomac? You don't watch Potomac.
No, I
Yeah.
need to, but I haven't started yet.
Yeah, so Georgina is one of her mom friends there, and she just tells the story of how she went cuckoo on her ex. Like she had 2 kids, she was pregnant, and then he's like, "Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore," and he walked away. And she's like, "She went cuckoo." So I'm
Yep.
sure we'll hear more about it, but we haven't heard about it now. Andrea, as you remember, and Lexi are here, as is Danielle, a founder and influencer.
Okay.
I'm not sure why Danielle's confessional started way up close up her nostrils,
Mhm.
but she's dating Owen. How do you say his name?
It's,
Owen.
it's Owen, but it's not
Owen.
spelled that way.
But when she said it, it's spelled Eoin. But when she said it, I was like, what did she say? She said it so quickly. I wouldn't say it right. But later on, they tell us that it's Owen. She met
Yeah.
him 9 years ago. They were just friends, and somehow, they're dating now. And they're talking baby. She's like, put a baby in me, which is, ironic because she's pregnant now. And she's like 6 months. She's far along right
Man,
now.
she was judging Lindsay for doing it so fast.
Yeah, she says they've been together 6 months. And yeah, I know it's fast. And then I'm waiting for her to say, which is ironic because, I gave
Mhm.
Lindsay so much shit and Carl, and they knew each other. They were friends,
For a long
actual
time.
friends. So, no, that did not come. There's no self awareness with this one. She's just
None.
like, yeah, you need to put a baby in me. I'm 37. I can't wait. This needs to happen. I'm like, oh, this is nice. Okay.
Yeah.
We meet Kenny, who is Kyle's friend. He's the venture capitalist. And
Mhm.
it was funny because from nowhere he says Kyle is a lush. He was like, I like the guy, but he's a lush.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, word. None of us have noticed that before.
I don't know if you noticed when Kyle and Kenny are sitting down having a conversation, there's 2 people who suddenly realize that it's Kyle from Summer House. And they're just like,
I didn't notice that.
oh my God, it's. And then next thing you see the scene, they're like walking away, they like blurred them out because I'm like, how long did it take? Did they have to pause and be like, shoo, go away?
I like that. Now,
Like
all I
this
noticed in that scene was the same taxi parked behind Kyle 3 times when he said yeah. So I'm like, you're just using the same footage, huh? Like I'm not gonna notice that.
I have to mention that Kenny's black because there was a lot of talk about in the city and there are no black people, but Kenny is. And we meet his girlfriend Whitney, who has done The Bachelor, and she is moving to New York for him. Where is she moving from?
Yeah, either from Wisconsin or Minnesota. I think Wisconsin. She's one of my people. Either Wisconsin or Minnesota. It might be Minnesota.
From there.
Because he's from Michigan, so they're both Midwesterners.
Yes. She did Nick Viall's season. Like it's all coming together for that man.
Jesus.
And I do watch The Bachelor, but I did not watch Nick Viall's season. So I do remember her. I didn't at first, and I was looking at her, I was like, Whitney, why don't I know her? I do remember her from Bachelor in Paradise because that was I had never missed an episode of that season. So she said she loves love. So she's here and moving for him. And Kenny gets my side eye already because he's talking to Kyle and he's like, oh, she's a doll. She's moving for me. But, I'm a little scared. I don't know if she wants to come. And I'm scared to hurt her. I hate that statement so much.
Yeah.
When a grown man says,
eventually.
I'm scared to hurt her, it's annoying because no one's forcing it on you. How about don't hurt her? How about just do the right thing? It's not something that you invoke and then you inflict it on someone. You do it. You have control over that. So just don't hurt her.
Act right or tell her not to come. But to do that while she's coming, I'm gonna fuck this up. I know it. Like, well, don't do that. Just like act right.
We meet another Gavin. He owns the speakeasy that they're all meeting up at. And I'm like, come on, Kyle, with the black friends. Okay.
Yeah, and Lindsay too.
Well, they were all Kyle's friends. Who was Lindsay's black friends?
Wasn't there, God, I don't know their name. There was Gavin's not the bald black guy, is he?
Yeah, the big guy that owns the
Oh,
speakeasy.
okay.
He
I thought
said
they said
he
that
was
was Lindsay's
Kyle.
friend. Okay,
No, they
never
said
mind
Kyle.
then.
But I mean, I think they all know each other, so it's all the
And Kyle
same.
loves black women, so it's not surprising to me.
So um they're all there, they're all having drinks and they're all talking, but Kyle and Amanda have just left therapy. At this point, do you think Amanda is just going through the motions of therapy to be like, she knows it's not going to work, but she's like, see, I tried, I did it?
Yep.
Or do you think she
Yes.
actually wants something to happen?
I think she's going through the motions knowing that Kyle is not going to do what he needs to do to actually make therapy work.
Okay.
Because she gave an example where she's like, you came home at whatever o'clock this morning knowing we had
Yeah.
therapy today. So like,
Yeah.
I think she's like, yeah, I'll play along. I'll go through this. Everyone sees that I quote unquote tried, knowing full
Yeah.
well Kyle is not going to fix himself.
Yeah. So they're walking on there, and Amanda does look very stressed, and she's just like, and oh, guys, this is before the whole scandal, by the way. We've come back to 7 months prior. Everything happened back to the summer because they just finished
I
summer
think
house.
that's all we're going to get of it, too.
So, yeah, so that's all we're getting. I think they just fed in the post scandal just to be like, oh, we know we have to address it in some way. So,
yep.
So they're walking, and then she's like, oh, I don't know what you want from me. I'm tired. And she's like, you know what? I'm not going to the speakeasy, because part of what Kenny brought up is like, Kyle shows up to stuff alone. Like, he just doesn't show up. Like, she doesn't. And I understand. I mean, we've heard that, Amanda just doesn't show up to things. And like Sierra said that in her interview, where she wants to be invited, but she's not going to show up. She just wants to stay home. So she tells Kyle, she's like, I'm hot. I'm going to go home. And I hollered because Kyle said, you're wearing a raincoat in the middle of summer.
I laughed so hard. She's like, it is not a raincoat. And then they panned down and back up to show that she's basically, if it's not a raincoat, it's a trench coat.
I'm not going to lie, because when they were walking down the street, I'm like, they just got back from the Hamptons. No, that was like, they just got back from the Hamptons. Like, what is happening? Why is she? It's not even raining. It's not even cold. So
yeah, no shit, you're hot. Like, of course you are.
But he didn't have to say it out loud. Like, it's not the wrong moment. These are the moments where he turns into a child and his mouth is just like open and he's like,
You're in a raincoat, so.
Oh wait, I know it wasn't funny, but I'm sorry. I laughed so hard.
It was good. The timing was perfect.
I wasn't expecting it, so. Okay, so they're asking about Lindsay and Danielle, because Danielle's like, oh, it's so sad. We haven't spoken in like 4 months. Like, she had her baby. I have a new man and she hasn't met you. And I'm like, Danielle, okay. Danielle comes in with her man and they're like, are you going to say hi? And Lindsay's like, no, I don't want negative competitive energy. And they're like, what did she do to you? And then she whips out her phone, and the producer is like, you have it on your phone? And Lindsay really looks at the producer like, have you met me? Like what kind
stupid.
of dumb question is that? Like, and she has all the things, and her gripes are correct. What I'm thinking of is, I'm sorry, Lindsay and Carl, they dated back in season 4?
I guess, again, I don't know what time even is anymore. Because in my mind, they dated and got engaged in like the same season. Like, they started off the summer, got engaged at the end.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if something happened and then they broke up and then we got part 2 of the dating again. Because I'm like, their dating did not last from season 4 to season 7. Season 7 was this is season 10. Right?
Yeah.
And they broke up season 8 because 9 was a pregnancy.
Yeah, because 9 was a pregnancy.
So 7. Season. So this hand job was season 4, because I remember that he gave her a hand job. So I'm like, was there the hand job? Yeah, was that a dating situation? And then they broke up and then they tried again. And then how do I not remember this? Like, the memory is such a.
Let me ask you a question about this timeline that I don't know if either one of us could answer. When did Carl finger bang her? Because that also happened. So like, was that?
Oh, I think that was season 4.
Okay, so maybe that was like, we're not really dating, but like, obviously we're hooking up a little bit.
It was a Sierra West type sitch.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. And it's like, well, Danielle, he just had his hand in me. Like, why are you giving him a hand job in the car now?
No, either way, it's still messed up. Like, Danielle is always giving weird energy. Like, Danielle has just always...
She is the ultimate pick-me.
Yes, and she wants to be loved so bad that she does it the wrong way. And it's like, what are you doing? Do you remember Winter House when she was obsessed with that guy from Below Deck? And I'm like, really? This is a fling. You don't make that. And then she hooked up with Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And then he cheated on her with Luann. Oh my God, Danielle, come on.
Yeah, no, she is. She
Come on.
needs to be chosen. Is what's
Yeah.
going on with her.
Yeah. So yeah, Lindsay's gripes are correct. And like people, you should never force friendships. If you feel like someone's competing with you, it's not working out, move on. There are many other friends that you can be with. It's okay.
Yeah.
Lindsay says, how do you say his name? On, off. Is it
Because it's spelled Eowyn. He's named after like an elf from Lord of the Rings or some shit. Like that's not how you spell Owen.
Well, he's from a different country, Brian. You have
Well,
to
I don't
respect
get
that.
phonics still matter, right?
Yeah.
Letters still make
It's
sense.
like Shoshe. Like what's it? Saio. It's like if you're Welsh, Saiorse. Shersha. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
Saoirse.
kind of like that. So yeah,
Yeah,
you
Gaelic
gotta
names are
respect.
all odd that way. That's true.
Exactly. So that's what it is. Um. So let me see. Oh, Yvonne tells us a weird story. So she was comparing herself to Andrea and Lexi, and then her husband was like, "Yeah, we're all supermodels," sarcastic,
Right.
and saying like we got married about the same time. So and Andrea just said like, "Oh, a 1 year marriage is coming up soon." Yvonne tells us a story about how, she wants to have a child. Her husband is not ready to. And she's like, oh, she's going to show him. So she got on a plane and went to San Diego. And this man did not know that she left for a few days.
For days. What?
What?
What do you guys not text either? Like, what do you mean?
She didn't text because she wanted to see, but I don't know. It was very
Yeah,
weird.
but he didn't text her.
I don't
Like I text my wife all the time.
It's very weird. But she's like, you have a great marriage. And I'm like, what is great about
I don't
it?
think you do. Yeah, it sounds pretty bad actually.
So I don't know. So I don't know what's going to come out of that, and maybe that's why he doesn't want to have a child. But that was very odd.
Very
Also, why
strange.
share it with us? I don't understand these people that want to portray that life is great, and then you tell us these tidbits, and what are we supposed to do with that?
Yeah, this is none of my business.
Yeah. They have a girls' night out. Amanda gleefully shares that Danielle's man is married, and Lindsay's just like, "Oh my God, you are killing me!" Because Danielle had come up to her at the speakeasy and said, "I'd like to have coffee. Let's meet up. Let's talk." And Lindsay's like, "Let me think about it. We'll see."
Yep.
So yeah, Amanda is always gleeful when she has to gossip about other people. She's like, "Don't talk
Loves
about
it.
me. I don't want to
Yep.
talk about me anymore. But let's share that Danielle's man is married." But Danielle herself has not shared that he's married.
No.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't become a whole thing of is he or is he not. Like, let's get a definitive answer to it and move on from it.
I think it's definitive. It's one of those cases where you're legally still married, but you're not together. That's what I think.
Well, and I will say this. Given the audio leaks from the Summer House reunion, how dare Amanda be like, stop saying that I'm married? Well, you are. If he is, then you are too. Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, forgot to mention the part that Kyle is so petty, I swear to God. He asked Amanda to pay back rent that totaled $117,000.
He sent her
And Amanda's
an
like, no
invoice.
sweat, I did. I was like, what kind of marriage did these people have? I think that's what I don't understand. You both lived in a place and you paid the rent because you were married and then you back paid her. I don't know. Everything about it is weird.
I don't know what that was about because like the way that it sounds is that she just like up and stopped giving him half of the money for the rent and he had to like cover the difference. That seems hard to believe that happened and that you just went on doing that for 3 years, especially when you aren't taking a salary from your company anymore. I don't know if Amanda was still getting paid from Loverboy or not. We know that he said that he stopped paying himself so that he could make everyone else's payroll and took out that amorphous loan for between $500,000 and $71 million or whatever to pay off everyone else's salary. But if you're not taking a salary, you're paying her and she's not contributing to the rent anymore, I'd be like, the fuck are we doing? Like, what is this? So yeah. I wouldn't send an invoice, but I could see being pissed off about it.
He probably just needed money for the loans that month. He's like,
right?
Okay, it's $55,000.
I'm insolvent.
So yeah. Anyways, that was it for the premiere of In the City. I wouldn't say like it was like, when I watched Ladies of London, I was like, oh, this is great. It was just an extension of Summer House. It wasn't.
I see where there could be good drama.
Yeah, as the characters flesh out, because as usual, I do think the stench of the Amanda and West scandal is all over this, and it just kind of puts a little damper, because what happened with Summer House, yes, we had great characters, but we were just viewing it through the lens of the scandal. And it's
Yeah.
just hard not to carry that over to In the City, because now it feels like we're watching Sister Wives where we are like 2 years behind. We already know what happened. So it's like, what? Okay, we're watching this, but we already know what the resolve is and how fast can we get there.
It's like watching Portia's relationship on Atlanta. Like, why do I care about this? I know where this is going. So, like, why am I invested in what she's doing?
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Can you share with people where they can find you, Brian?
Yep. I host Math's Virgin, my friend Kim. We just did the second episode of the Boston season. We had to watch Alyssa try on wedding dresses with cowboy boots on because, Boston is known for its country music scene. So if you want to listen to us, we are at Maths Virgin. We have a Facebook group, the Maths Virgin Fan Club. We just talk kind of general reality TV in there. And then you can follow us on Instagram and Threads at Maths Virgin.
Okay. Guys, you know where to find me. It's also called MAFS and all of the socials. I live thread what I watch on Threads. So you can check that out. Please give me a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts or Spotify so people can find the podcast, and say subscribe so you don't miss out on any new episodes. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.